WGN morning news show in Chicago at Channel 9 is like the 800-pound gorilla because that half that show is like sketches that they do. So this guy probably just thought, because he goes around doing the birds aren't real thing on, just television stations, and half the people don't know what to do with them, but they were just kind of like, okay, well, we're going to come back to you. I hope you can get that figured out. Did you see that video of him?
I did not actually see it, no.
Yeah, he clearly he's trying to do a spit take or pretends he's vomiting or something, and he clearly didn't get the reaction he was hoping to get. But one of the producers on that morning show is this guy, Jeff Hoover, who was one of the other producers on the show that I got started on there. So he's just a really funny dude and a good writer, and, so they do all kinds of weird stuff. So this guy probably didn't realize that they weren't going to react the way that he wanted them to react. But the birds aren't real guy is still out there and doing stuff and, trying to get people to, I don't know, he's selling merch. I don't, it's funny, initially, but I don't know what the point of it is.
I think
other than selling T-shirts.
I think it's trolling people that are real conspiracy theorists.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
it's like a parody.
Yeah, okay. So what, does he go on conspiracy? But he doesn't go on conspiracy podcasts, I don't think. I think he goes on local television.
It's satire on misinformation.
I see. Yeah. Hey, your Cleveland Cavaliers are on the West Coast tonight. They're going to play the Portland Trailblazers. That's a late game tonight, 10 o'clock here in MMS. So 9:30 is when that pregame will get going. The Portland Trailblazers are not a good team right now. But any given Friday, as they often say, things can change. So Cavaliers are still doing very, very well. And
the Rajon Rondo is going to debut tonight. So
hey, there you go.
That should be fun. I'm excited. I'll be watching.
Two of your Cavaliers have made it into the early rounds of All-Star voting, fan voting. The first fan returns kicked out Jarrett Allen and Darius Garland. They got a lot of votes.
I think Jarrett Allen was 6 and Darius Garland was 9.
Okay.
In their respective categories.
In the rankings?
He's a front court player. Jarrett Allen's front court, and then Darius Garland's a back court player.
There you go.
And if you retweet, there's plenty of tweets out there voting for them. If you retweet those today, it counts as 2 votes.
Whoa!
And that's good.
Double votes?
Yeah, double votes. So
wait, how do you retweet those and get them?
So, if you go to my Twitter, I've retweeted them pretty much every day since voting
Hugo
started.
Butt, right?
No, that's my Snapchat. At Bill Squire on Twitter.
Okay. Bill, it's not Bill Squire?
Yes, it's just Bill
You have to
Squire.
download the Twitter app, Alan. Yeah. Okay, wait, hold on. An app is a type of, almost like an application is what it's short
it's not
for.
an appetizer.
It's a cellular phone.
Yeah, should we start with a mobile phone? Yeah. Okay, a mobile telephone.
Okay.
Is something, okay, you know how you had a telephone in your home
and you can always follow me on Twitter.
I think I found the tweeter. Okay. So if I retweet your tweet,
yes,
that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That will count as 2 votes.
Listen, just to make myself feel a little less kind of lost sometimes, I will connect this to a long, windy cord, and then I'll just hang it on the wall. Yeah, I'll hang my cell phone on the wall. This is a little thing, like you'd normally mount to your dashboard. I stick it on the wall, and then I have a long, windy cord from it.
It's the best way to do it.
Yeah. And then I just kind of, that way, not even that long actually, so it, there's only so far I can get away from the wall.
Obviously.
Just really for nostalgia purposes. Very convenient.
I think I sent you guys, it was a little while ago, the video of the dad who offered his kids money if they could make a phone call on a rotary phone. So it's like the one with the headset, and then you have to do the whole numbers around, and the kids kept picking it up, and the dial tone threw them off so much that they couldn't even get past what it was. Like, what does this sound mean? Because you don't even think about that. There's no dial tones on cell phones. You know what I mean?
And it's funny too. I still don't know why, and I don't remember the last one I saw this in, but it did jump out at me. I still don't know why in movies and television when somebody hangs up a phone, they still add in that dial tone noise.
I don't know.
I don't know why they do
right.
that. We've had cell phones for a long time now. You don't need that. It doesn't add anything to the scene,
Yeah.
Hello? Boop.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't, or a click,
Yeah.
or a noise.
It doesn't make any of that
anymore. So Steph Curry and Kevin Durant so far are the leaders in the All-Star fan voting. The first group of returns that came back. LeBron James up there. He's got a couple million votes, but Steph Curry's got about $2.5 million, and Kevin Durant's got a little less than that. But your two Cavaliers who are repped here for the All-Star Game are Jarrett Allen and Darius Garland. Does this just go by fan vote?
Well, I don't think it does. I think it used to go just by fan vote for the starters. I think that's the majority of it, but I think the players vote, and then I think the coaches vote as well. And then that also, I think the coaches vote decides the reserves.
Oh, I see. Boy, what if your coach didn't vote for you? What if your coach is like, I put in for Steph Curry?
With you.
Yeah, HR Puffin stuff. Who knows who he's voting for over there?
I'm sure he's voting for.
You think so?
Jarrett Allen and Darius Garland.
But are those the guys he's got to vote for, or could he go? I want Chetty Osman to be in there.
Yeah, but
Donnie's brother.
Chetty's not going to get in there though.
Not if HR Puffin stuff's not voting for him.
He's just not that. He's not a starter even. So I
All
really
right.
don't think
That's
that would be a good vote.
Why can't TQ Birkenstock put in any name he wants?
I'm sure he can. I'm just saying that's not a wise vote.
Oh, I see. It's not strategically smart, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Boy, I'll tell you what. If I seem a little out of it, it's because I've just been blasting this new Shaq Diesel banger all morning long.
I thought it was just Diesel. I didn't know it was Shaq Diesel.
It is. It's DJ Diesel, and I don't know why. Why is he not Shaq Diesel anymore? Nobody knows who DJ Diesel is. That sounds like 4,000 other guys out there. Why would you...
Branding.
His name's already branded. He's Shaquille O'Neal. Why would you change...
Trying to have two names.
He wants to... That's his DJ name.
It'd be like if tomorrow this was the Jim Smith show.
No,
You're like, what?
It was
Why would it be on Saturday?
DJ Quarter Bagel.
Because Jim Smith doesn't work weekdays. That's why. DJ Quarter Bagel. Yeah, Shaq's DJ Diesel now, and he's teamed up with rich kid Steve Aoki for a new single called Welcome to the Playhouse. Have you heard this? You can wait for the drop, boy.
I have not.
I have not heard it.
It's animated video that they put out. Welcome to the Playhouse.
Do you know what the cost of being a boss is?
Yep.
You got more endorsement than losses.
Yep.
Want Shaq to put you in your place?
Yep.
I'll make Steve throw a cake in your face.
Yep, throw cake in your face.
Ground, stop your feet.
Yep.
Jump in a pool 16 feet deep.
I don't think there's any profanity in this. Like I said, I've been listening to it all morning, but I've been so immersed. Who even knows, right? What could be happening
They
here?
should pitch his voice up a little bit. I think it's a
Really?
little too deep.
It's his real voice,
Yeah,
though.
I know, but just, make it a little bit higher so it's a little easier to understand.
Why can't he be this animated on television? Why does he wait
He's not
until
DJ
this?
Diesel on television. He's Shaq on television.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I do have a huge penis.
This is not the time, Poundcake, to be telling me this. I don't need this random information from you, all right? See, he feels intimidated by...
Did you see how fast I looked at him?
He feels intimidated by DJ Diesel, and he's got to get this information out there for people.
The key is to try and play it cool.
Right. Well, maybe you should take your own advice.
I'm not ashamed.
Why would you be? Why would anybody be, right?
I don't know. Some people are ashamed of their member.
Jonah Falcon?
Try to march, split, see who get tossed. Show me and Steve, show me you the boss. Halftime, wait a minute. Let me put some motherfucker boom in it.
All right. I missed that. Whoops.
Shaq.
Well, let me find the drop then. Hold
Diesel's
on.
got a dirty mouth.
He really does. Hold on, let me find the...
He's not Kazan.
I have an off-topic question after this.
Welcome to the Playhouse.
I didn't even know that... Steve Aoki's a big DJ. I didn't even know that people were still doing like the dubstep thing like that.
No
like
idea.
Skrillex
They,
music,
they
you know?
are, and it's really big in Europe and Australia.
Yeah.
Still or again? Has it like come back around?
They have their
or-
own genre of music. It's been that way. It came over here and it came and gone. It went as fast as it came. But over there, that's still like their number one or number two music.
Wow, okay.
EDM, like they love that stuff. Like German pop, I was really into that.
But I mean that specific sound. Like that had been around for a while, about 15 years ago.
For
but
rave culture.
Everybody started attaching it to Skrillex. But there have been people doing, dubstep and drum and bass. I mean, that goes back to the 80s. And
Yeah, I think for rave culture and club culture, that has been around. They just put it on the radio for a time. That's still around.
So
Still
in
popular.
the club is what you're saying.
Yeah.
At the rave.
Yeah.
I've never been to a rave.
You're not missing anything.
I've been to the Rave, the old clothing store at the mall.
No, the closest
Right
thing
between Charlotte Russe and Dress Barn.
Deb.
the closest thing
Chess King.
closest thing to a rave I've been to was at Nelson Ledges. Was like I think it was 4th of July, and there was some bitches there.
That was just fireworks, Cody.
No,
Not
it
a
was.
rave.
Everyone was high. They had like a in the woods party. Everyone was high, and there was a person there like blowing fire and throwing fire, and I was like, oh. I feel so, cultured. My first rave.
Now, were the people who were blowing the fire also throwing the fire, or are those two separate sets of skills? Are those two separate? Were there two people doing that? Like they would. This guy's the fire blower. Don't ask him to throw any. Or was one person skilled in both?
They were both doing it.
Okay.
At the entrance, they were doing it. So I don't know if they were hired to stand there and welcome people in. But it didn't seem like that type of party. It seemed like everyone just kind of gathered there, and these two people were like, "Hey, I know how to throw fire and I know how to blow fire. Let's just stand here and amuse people."
Is the blowing the official welcome, or is the throwing the official welcome?
I don't know. They were twirling it around when I walked in, and then
So it was two separate people.
No, both of them were doing it. Yeah, it was two
Both
people.
of them were throwing and blowing.
Yeah,
I got you.
They're
Okay.
throwing, they were blowing.
Throwing
They had
and
a good
blowing.
time.
So they were throwing.
Okay.
They were throwing when I walked in, and then I stood a little too close. I had my drink, and I heard, and it got the back of my neck.
hot.
Got my kitchen all hot. I was like, oh, I think I might burn my kitchen.
I feel like that's the next step in the hibachi chef life.
Throwing fire at people?
You go from, you do it at the hibachi thing. You're like, I don't want the food here. I just want to play with fire.
Yeah.
And you make, it's a natural progression.
Yeah, it is fun. I didn't realize time we went to the hibachi place because it had been a long time. Last time, it was closer to Thanksgiving. The last time that my older kids were in town, we all went to the hibachi joint, and I guess it had been a while since I'd been. And I didn't realize that you had to tell the guy. I didn't realize I had to say when he's spraying the sake in my mouth.
Yeah.
So
you
I'm
cut
just
him
there
off,
with my mouth open.
I like that you always participate in it.
What's that?
I like that you participate in
Oh,
it
of
because
course.
there's a lot of people that don't.
No, I'm a goer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
went for my sister's birthday last
I cannot
March.
catch the squash in my mouth.
Really?
I can't catch when they flip the food in your everybody around me, my older kids, my kindergartner, my wife, everybody, food going right in their mouth. It's hit my eyes.
Yeah.
It's,
They're doing squash. Usually they do broccoli. They used to do shrimp, but
it was
Allergies.
carrots,
Yeah.
broccoli, squash,
All the
zucchini, whatever it is.
vegetables,
Zucchini.
yeah.
vegetables, yeah. But yeah,
When-
I'm good at catching it.
We went for my sister's birthday last March, and we had all the kids with us. So there was like 13 people at this table. We had to pull up extra chairs and everything. And they went around with the sake, and then they went around with the pink lemonade for the kids. And I was like, I'll take some of that because I just wanted to participate. I was like, hey, I want to be in on it.
Please don't mix them up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'd rather not relapse at this
Right.
hibachi bar.
Right.
I do have a huge penis.
Poundcake, stop. We're having a conversation about hibachi, all right?
Bring it up all the
God,
time.
this guy. I mean,
We
I
said
get
sake.
it. Not that kind of sock. Sake. So, listen, the new DJ Diesel from Shaq
I've never been to
is
a-
out there, and
I've never been to a rave either, but I feel like they're just too loud. Is there a quieter rave?
You just want the lights? You just want glow sticks?
I just want to be able to also have a conversation.
I always see.
No, that's not how a rave works.
Well,
Want
and-
a dark coffee shop with glow sticks.
well, I was going to say that
That sounds nice.
the one
That
time
seems
I've
nice.
gone to something like that, it was like in an old warehouse about 6 levels under. I think what Poundcake went to was just like an EDM party in the park.
It
Yeah.
was EDM. In the
Everybody's still doing
camping ground.
drugs, but I
Real
mean,
raves are like secret.
I
right?
always see the
Well,
I see
it
the
depends,
videos-
I mean.
I see the videos on TikTok where you walk into a porta potty and then it's like inside is the entrance to the rave.
Ew.
But
How?
it's not a real porta potty. It's like up against a wall or something.
I went to one of those.
It's not a portable potty. It's a stationary potty.
Oh, it's a toilet then.
Well, as he's describing
But it's
it,
not
that's-
even a toilet. It's just a secret entrance.
It's an entrance and it looks like a
turlet.
porta potty.
That stuff's annoying. My friend took me to a bar like that in Seattle the last time I was out there, where she was like, they had really good mocktails, and she's also sober. So she's like, we got to go to this place. It's so cool, blah, blah. So you have to like walk down this alleyway and knock on the third door. And then it's like this small, it's like 4 levels tall, but it's really, really tiny. So there's like this windy staircase. She's like, super exclusive. Not that many people know about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm also paying $11 for essentially juice right now. So I'm kind of upset with that we're in this
You can't
weird
get a buzz.
alleyway.
Yeah, there's a place near where our neighborhood in Chicago called the Violet Hour, and I don't even know if it's still there, but it's been there for 15 years, and it was just it looked like it was constantly under construction. So it was a huge series of plywood like you would see at a construction site, but the bar was on the other side of it. So you had to know precisely where it was. There was no signage at all. So it's one of these super hipstery places, where they're making aviations or whatever.
They wanted it like that.
And you can't get, and it only sat like 15 people in there.
Yeah, that's how this place was.
So if you figured out where it was, you had to give somebody your cell number and then they would text you whatever. One in, one out. But you can't get a buzz at a place like that because it takes a half an hour to get a drink.
Yeah.
You're paying $30 or whatever. So it's, I guess, when something like that first opens and you're on a little scavenger hunt, as you described
I've never been.
It's okay. It's fine.
I've never been into that.
It's not a place you'd go back to. That's the only thing. You kind of go,
Yeah,
but you're like, this is not going to be my local
isn't
watering
it
hole.
sweet? I'm like, isn't this so cool? I'm like, no, I'm aggravated. It was literally like
Aggravated.
Aggravated?
No. You said.
I said right.
I think that was not how you said it. I think that's a funny way to describe.
I was just because it was like a very small space. Like it was a tiny little bar, and then there were like 2 seats, and then you had to go up this spiral staircase to get to any other seating.
You weren't up for the experience.
I was just annoyed.
There's a
I was
lot of
just like,
people-
this is so frustrating.
There's a lot of people that think exclusivity is exciting and fun, but when
to
it's
a
something like
certain
that, to a
degree,
certain degree,
if
but
it's
like
also comfortable.
if it's just dumb, like you're like, okay, yes, we are one of 15 people in this bar, but it's not that special.
Right.
Well,
So
right.
who
I don't
cares?
ever think of exclusivity because these places need to tell people they're there or they'll go out of business.
Right.
Small doesn't necessarily mean exclusive.
Or better.
Or whatever, yeah. I mean,
But it creates some sort of like
Ooh, I can't get in.
yeah,
like it
the
plays
speakeasy-
off FOMO.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it?
Yes, that's why
I
places
can't get in.
Seriously,
I
that's
just
how
go to
those
another
places
place.
Go. But people are like, "Oh, I've been trying to get in there for months, or whatever it might be." Or
Oh,
like
that's silly.
when a restaurant is booked up 7 or 8 months in advance, it's more about not being able to get there than it is.
But also,
that-
it's like,
Eat
hey,
dinner at 5 p.m. and you'll get in.
or 11:30. Those are your choices.
But also, when the initial crowds die down, they're still serving the same food.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, you're going to be able to get. Wait a month.
It'll be fine.
It'll be the same place.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it'll be
want it
fine.
now.
Yeah, I know. See, Mary's learning about delayed gratification.
I'm getting better at
That's
it.
why she was. How so? Give me an example. Because you had 2 corn dogs and Fruity Pebbles for dinner the other night.
I'm not getting better at it. You're right. You're 100%
I'm not
correct.
telling you you're wrong. I wanted to know how. I assumed that you had an example.
Maybe I'm getting more cognizant. That
Yeah?
I'm more aware.
Hey, awareness is the start.
Right. That I'm just more aware of it rather than anything else. But
Okay.
yeah, no,
You're
I'm
aware that you are not
being overindulgent.
Well, okay.
There's something. No.
I don't even know if it means overindulgent. It just means you're not being patient.
Well, and here's what I said. And I said this yesterday. I go
Then why
through
say it again?
phases because we're talking about it. I go through phases where I'm very good with delayed gratification, where I'm very good with discipline now. You'll get to your goals later. I've always had that mindset with stand-up. I've always been very patient and very goal-oriented and things like that with stand-up. But when it comes to things like food and exercise, I'm like, I'm just not in that mind space right now. Maybe in a week or 2. But I've got a box of Fruity Pebbles to finish. I ate another bagel today. Like there's things I have to do.
Why don't you treat each meal like a stand-up set?
Because there's
Guys,
no
I
one
bombed so
watching.
hard into a box of Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, right. I killed it.
'Cause there's
I
no
had
one
chicken
watching?
and broccoli.
Yep. Skin off.
Yeah.
Poundcake, do you want to give us today's rock trivia question?
Sure.
Okay. It's rock trivia, right?
Rock
It's
trivia.
Not rock facts.
Yep.
Poundcake's rock trivia of the day calendar has been interesting so far.
And this one is kind of rock, kind of not. Not this song. Which of these is not something that troubles Michael Jackson in The Man in the Mirror?
Oh boy, I just heard this song in the men's yesterday. It was on the speaker.
Was that Spider singing it to you?
That was today.
Creepy-ass
Michael
spider.
Jackson was yesterday. Okay, go ahead.
So A, the kids on the street with not enough to eat. B, people who are unable to loan small amounts of change. C, there are animals that cannot find shelter. Or D, it's extremely windy outside. So which of these troubles did not trouble Michael Jackson in Man in the Mirror?
All right, give us one more time.
I'm going D. The
I think I
extreme
might be
winds
as well.
outside.
No, I feel like that would
sounds
be
like a
something
trap.
that would rhyme, and so he just said that. I bet it is not the shelter, not the kids. What was the other one?
Change on the street.
Kids
Change. Not being able to give change. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm still going to stick with win.
I'm going to go win too.
Okay, so you're all wrong. Michael cares about people, not animals. There are animals in the shelter that cannot find shelter.
Huh.
Yeah, he don't care about
MJ.
animals.
Doesn't care about
He cares about
animals.
wind.
Yeah.
He cares about
I told
wind.
you. I knew wind probably had to rhyme with something.
Southern
Yeah, okay.
winter cold.
Oh, yeah.
But didn't he have Bubbles the monkey?
He didn't care about him.
Oh.
He's in the
Yeah, that's
shelter.
pretty abusive.
Being
yeah.
a pet owner doesn't mean you love your animal.
I see. All right.
How true that is.
He named him Bubbles because all of the bruises and welts on his body from being thrashed look like bubbles.
That's what happened to his blood when he looked at that monkey. It
Bubbled,
bubbled
right?
up.
Yup. He sent him down in like a deep sea diving suit and then brought him up too fast. Gave him the bends.
Yeah.
They named him Bubbles after that. Oh boy. Yeah, I just heard "Man in the Mirror," and I hadn't
Did
heard
it
that
make
song
you
in a long
want to
time.
change your ways?
No.
Oh, well,
it
then-
made me glad Michael Jackson was dead.
Well,
I've got to take a break. If you want to get a text in for anything, 35192. You can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show.